Welcome to Cost Saver Conversations. I'm Angela, and I ask the practical questions so you can quickly understand what matters. Today, I'm joined by Assad.
Hi, Angela. We are unpacking Energy Bill Breakdown Explained. Understand every charge and spot errors today, and tying it back to the wider cost saver ecosystem, including tools like Energy Dashboard, Renewable ROI Calculator, and Weather Aware Planner, so you can turn insights into action quickly.
Just a heads up before we dive in, we are your synthetic hosts. We are great with numbers, but as AI, we can sometimes be confidently wrong. Think of us as the digital versions of your most knowledgeable, slightly caffeinated friends.
Exactly. Treat this chat as a smart estimate only, not as professional financial guidance. Always check important details with official sources or a qualified expert before making any big decisions.
Right, Assad. Honestly, energy bills landing in the inbox or through the letterbox, they might as well be written in like ancient hieroglyphics, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. You're definitely not alone there, Angela. I mean, that jumble of numbers and abbreviations, you just kind of nod along and hope for the best, right?
Exactly. And then you pay it.
Right. But I guess that's where the problem starts, isn't it? Not understanding it can actually cost you money.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. Honestly, hidden errors, tariffs that just aren't suitable for you, unnecessary charges, they're far more common than people realize. And look, with energy prices being what they are,
Hmm.
it's never been more important to actually get a handle on this stuff? So let's break it down then. When I get that bill, what should I actually be looking for first? Like what's the general structure?
Okay, so typically at the very top, you'll see a summary. That's your previous balance, any payments you've made, and the total amount due.
Right.
It's really important to check that bit first, just for accuracy, because if they've messed up there,
Right, just making sure they haven't messed up the math before we even get to the usage, basically.
precisely. And then you've got your account information, your account number, supplier name, billing address. Again, quick check, make sure it's all correct. I mean, errors there can lead to it's just a headache later on.
Okay, so the admin bits first. Got it. Then we get to the actual energy charges, which I think is where most people get a bit lost.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a unit charge and a standing charge? Because I'll be honest, I've been paying bills for years and I'm still not entirely.
No, it's confusing. This is crucial, though. So the unit charge is the cost per kilowatt hour or kilowatt hour of energy you actually consume. So the more electricity or gas you use, the more you pay on that unit charge.
Makes sense.
Then you have the standing charge. This is a daily charge, and you pay it regardless of how much energy you use.
Oh,
Yeah, it just covers the cost of supplying energy to your home, the infrastructure basically, the pipes, the wires, all that. And that can vary quite a bit between suppliers actually.
so even if I'm super careful and don't use any energy for a day, like if I'm on holiday?
Yep, you're still paying that standing charge. It's a fixed daily cost, whether you're at home or away, lights on or off.
That's kind of annoying, honestly.
I know, right? Does that make sense though?
It does, yeah. And then there are tariffs, fixed versus variable. I've heard those terms thrown around, but what's the practical difference for my wallet?
Okay, so a fixed tariff means the price you pay per unit of energy is set for the duration of your contract. So you know what you're paying, which gives you stability.
Right.
But, and here's the thing, it might not always be the absolute cheapest in the long run. If market prices drop, you're kind of locked in.
Ah, okay.
A variable tariff, on the other hand, means the price per unit can change based on market conditions. So it could lead to lower costs if the market's good, but it also carries the risk with price increases, which we've all seen happen, haven't we?
Tell me about it. Last year was brutal. That's actually really helpful, though. Are there other charges I should be aware of beyond the actual energy use?
Yes, there are. You'll often see environmental levies. These are charges that contribute to renewable energy initiatives and carbon reduction.
Mm-hmm.
They're mandated by the government, and they can actually add a notable amount to your bill. I mean, we're talking pounds here, not pennies.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a separate line item. I thought it was just part of the general cost. That's actually surprising.
It's often bundled in, but it's good to know what it is. And then, of course, there's VAT, Value Added Tax. For domestic energy bills in the UK, that's applied at a standard rate of 5%.
Okay, 5%. Got it. So, what about meter readings? That's another thing that can get a bit confusing. Actual versus estimated.
Right. So actual readings are exactly what they sound like, taken directly from your meter. They're the most accurate.
Yeah.
But if you don't provide a reading, your supplier might estimate your usage based on your past patterns, and that's where things can go a bit.
Wonky? Exactly, wonky. You could be overcharged or undercharged, which means you're either paying too much now or you get a nasty surprise later. Ugh, those catch-up bills are the worst.
They really are. Pro tip, always compare your bill against your meter readings. If something looks off, contact your supplier immediately. Don't just let it slide.
That's a really good tip. So, once I understand all these bits, how do I actually use that to save money? Like choosing a supplier, for instance.
Well, comparing suppliers is huge. I mean, every single one offers different tariffs, different unit charges, standing charges. You need to look at the total cost, not just the unit rate.
I hadn't thought about it like that.
And don't forget customer service. Honestly, a reliable supplier can make a world of difference when something goes wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about switching? I mean, is it always worth it, or are there catches?
It can be really beneficial, but there are catches, yeah. Some fixed tariffs come with exit fees if you switch before your contract ends, so you need to factor that in.
Right.
And the process itself can take several weeks, during which you might even be charged by both your old and new providers for a bit. It's a bit messy sometimes.
That's a bit of a pain, isn't it? So always check for exit fees.
Exactly. And use comparison websites. They really do make it easier to see all your options at once. But look, beyond switching, improving energy efficiency at home is a massive one.
Oh, like insulation and draft proofing? I know that's supposed to be a big one.
Huge. I mean, so much energy loss happens through poorly insulated walls and drafty windows. Loft and wall insulation can retain so much heat.
Mm-hmm.
And just simple things like sealing gaps around windows and doors, that can dramatically reduce heating costs. We're talking serious money here.
And appliances too, right? Like getting a new fridge or washing machine?
Yeah, so like an old fridge could be costing you around £100 a year, but a new energy efficient one, say A triple plus, could drop that to around £50.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's a £50 annual saving just from one appliance. Same for washing machines, dishwashers, it all adds up.
Wow, that's actually really impactful. And just small behavioral changes too, right?
Definitely. Turning off unused devices, unplugging things, using energy-saving modes, it all adds up. I mean, we've seen real-world examples that are pretty eye-opening.
Go on.
So Sarah, for instance, she moved into a new home, was on a variable tariff, her bill jumped from £80 to £120 a month,
Ouch.
right? By switching to a fixed tariff with a new supplier, she saved £40 a month. That's, hold on, £480 annually.
That's a huge saving just for paying attention.
Exactly. And James, who had been in his home for years, noticed consistently high bills. Turns out he was paying a whopping £40 a month just for his standing charge.
40 pounds? That seems excessive.
It really is. He switched to a supplier with a £25 standing charge. His total bill dropped by £15 a month. That's £180 a year saved.
Gosh, that standing charge really can make a difference, can it? It's not just about the unit price.
No, it's the whole package. Have I explained that clearly? Because it's really important people understand.
No, it's crystal clear. So, to recap then, what are the key things listeners should take away from all this?
Right. So, first, understand your bill structure. Unit charges, standing charges, environmental levies. Get familiar with what you're actually paying for.
Yep.
Second, compare suppliers and tariffs. Make sure you're getting the best deal. Don't just stick with what you've always had.
Right.
Third, implement those energy-efficient practices at home, big and small. Every little bit helps. And finally, always check for errors or discrepancies on your bill. Be proactive about it.
Excellent advice, Assad. It really does sound like taking a bit of time to understand your energy bill can make a massive difference to your wallet. And honestly, once you know what you're looking at, it's not as scary as it seems.
Not at all. It's just about breaking it down, bit by bit.
Thank you so much for demystifying all of this.
My pleasure, Angela. Hope it helps everyone out there take control of their energy costs.
Quick side note, this guide connects with other cost saver blogs, especially Home Insulation ROI Guide.
Exactly, and reading those together gives you a fuller picture of safety, energy costs, and long-term affordability before you choose a postcode.
And if you want to apply this immediately, jump into tools like Energy Dashboard, Renewable ROI Calculator, and Weather Aware Planner right after this episode.
Primary sources used here include Ofgem and Energy Saving Trust, so you can verify the data yourself and stay evidence-led.
That wraps this cost saver conversation with Angela and Assad. If this helped, share it with someone house hunting so they make safer and smarter money decisions.
Your next step is simple. Try Energy Dashboard, then read Home Insulation ROI Guide, and use both together before committing to a move.